Oh, welcome back to the Junior B Breakdown, episode 15. And before we get started, I'd like to confirm, yes, we are actively working on improving the audio quality this week.
That's right, Dwayne. After our last episode, the league office nearly assessed us a bench minor for unsportsmanlike audio content.
And for the record, Chet, that one's on you.
Yeah, I know. In my defense, though, I thought that the microphone was optional. Turns out, microphone not optional.
So if the sound is clearer today, smoother, less like we're recording from the penalty box, that is because Chet didn't touch the dials this time.
But even with all of that, we're regrouping, and we got a great episode 15 for you.
Yeah, this week we sit down with Player of the Week winner, Mark Peddle from the Cold Lake Ice, getting the insight straight from the source after some standout performances these last few weeks.
Yeah, it's the episode you don't want to miss. We're also going to shine a light on some of the great community events happening around the league, because Junior B hockey isn't just what happens on the ice.
And of course, we're going to wrap up things with a full breakdown of last weekend's slate of games.
Yeah, the audio is tuned, headsets are tightened. Episode 15 starts right now. Let's drop the puck. First up today, we're joined by this week's NEAJBHL Player of the Week, Mark Peddle from the Cold Lake Ice.
Yeah, it's always great to talk to the players coming off, some great play throughout the season, and we'll see how it's going when the puck is bouncing off his blocker, or he's stacking the pads, or coming across that for the big glove save.
Yeah, it's always interesting to talk to a hockey goalie. So we'll get a little bit of insight about his performances, his mindset before games, and what it means to be recognized across the league this week.
Yes, let's get right into it. Here's our Player of the Week, Mark Peddle.
All right, we got Chet and Dwayne here, and we're sitting in the Energy Center. Unfortunately, the Game Day Grill is closed, which is sad. But what's great about us sitting around here is we're joined by Cold Lake Ice goalie Mark Peddle. He has been named an NEAJBHL Player of the Week. Welcome, Mark, and congratulations.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. Appreciate being here.
Yeah, so you've had a pretty darn good season so far. Really good save percentage. Got multiple game star nods rolling on. Had quite a few shutouts. So just tell me, how does it feel to be recognized for your play so far between the pipes?
Oh, it's awesome. I love all the recognition I've been getting. I know from last year it's different, having the stats this year, so it's nice.
So just wanted to ask, what are some of the things that keep you level and control and consistent in your approach to your games during the season?
I got a good goalie coach that I consistently talk to, and he keeps me pretty level-headed and knowing what I need to do before the game, after the game. He usually keeps me pretty straight. So,
well, you're an experienced goalie. Tell us where you started playing hockey, and when did you break the news to your family that you wanted to be a goaltender?
I started playing ever since I was 4 years old. I've been on the ice. My dad wanted me to get out there as young as possible, but I started later. I think Bantam second year is when I made the switch. My dad came home with some gear, and I was like, well, might as well give her a go. And then it's just been like that ever since, just playing in Fort Mac there.
Awesome. Now you played junior for 4 years. Now moving from Fort Mac down here, billeting down here. So what are the things that you're enjoying about the community of Cold Lake here?
It's awesome. Really, this community is so tight. Going out for coaches skates and stuff like that. This community is amazing. I think it's a big difference from Fort Mac. I feel like there's a stronger community here than there.
Take us through your mindset before warm-ups, and what are some of the things that you focus on before game, and then do you have any superstitions, goalie superstitions? Because we know goalies are unique characters on the team, so we appreciate goalies a lot.
I like to keep it pretty cool throughout the whole day before a game, not eat a lot, not eat a little, but definitely take a nap. But my biggest superstition is always put on the right side of my gear first. That's my biggest one.
Awesome. Well, looking back at the season so far, because we got lots of hockey to play, is there a game or a moment where it really stands out as something that represents what what you have as a goal and the team has a goal? Is there a game or a moment where you're like, this is what we're doing, that we're dialed in here?
Oh yeah, that game against Wainwright when we won 1-0 here at home, I think was a huge eye opener for the team that we needed to see, and like even an eye opener for myself. Like we can still compete with the top 3 teams in the league. Like that was the biggest one.
Scott's talked to us about your veteran presence in staying collected on the ice, then also your role now as a wily veteran now, as one of the old guys on the team. So what do you try to bring to the locker room when you guys are off ice?
I like try to bring a bunch of leadership, but I mean like not to be too much of a goofball, like just to keep a good what's that word? Like to be a good role model for the younger guys out there, just so they know what to look forward to for the next couple of years in the league.
Now, I understand that Coach said that you do a lot of work in the community with some of the younger teams. Can you tell me what you are doing with some of the local hockey teams here?
Yeah, so I've been going out with a couple of the U9 teams, U11 teams, just giving back to those goalies. Like I know how where it is to start, you're lost, but like I like to give those goalies a change in view and see what needs to be done in the net. And it's good for their development too, especially as that younger goalie.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that perspective as well. Let's maybe switch gears here to wrap up and do a couple of fun questions here, rapid fire. So we ask this everybody, but it's a unique situation. So how do you tape the goalie twig?
I go two pieces of tape from heel to toe on the bottom. Then halfway through the blade, I like to go from heel to toe there and get a nice little OV tape job there.
That is the most goalie answer to that question we've ever had.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, white or black, yeah.
Oh, I like to go with white.
White tape?
I use black one game, never again.
Wow, fair enough. There we go. Pre-game meal, you said you don't eat a lot, but if you're going to have stuff during the day, what are you munching on?
Oh, it's got to be fettuccine Alfredo, man.
Wow,
100%.
okay. So you've got that recipe perfected now?
Oh, yeah.
That's good. Now, if we see you in the dressing room when you're off in a corner, we know to leave you alone. You're staring at a wall and you got your headphones on. What are you listening to?
Just listening to that chill music, man. Nothing too upbeat. Just trying to keep myself even keel. Nothing antsy.
Nothing too much is going to get you too. You got to be ready. Okay. If you could have a favorite save, flash in the leather, pad stack. Maybe even just like you're set up and you got a really strong blocker stop. What's your favorite save to make?
Favorite save has to be sliding across the crease, having that paddle out, and just having that lucky chance where it hits it and bounces out, man. Nothing beats it.
That's awesome. Would you prefer a clean breakaway on you, or do you like the chaos in front of the net?
I kind of like the chaos in front of the net. There's just something about it. I'm not too big on the breakaways.
Good. Now, if you could train or share a crease or even be a backup for any goalie, who would you love to work in tandem with?
I would love to be a backup goalie for Marc-Andre Fleury. I think he is one of the best personalities in the league, 100%.
That's awesome. Then last one, I guess who's your rookie this year, by the way? Because you're a veteran, so who's your rookie?
My rookie is Nate Dolan.
Okay.
The goalie there.
Yeah, and then does any how well does he sing? Is he a good singer? Or?
It was immaculate on the bus, man. You should have heard it.
Okay, well, what was it? What did he sing?
He sang, pretty sure he sang a Rihanna song. I can't remember which one it was, but man, the way it hit your ears.
Yeah,
cool.
It's awesome. All right, then at the very end, after the big W, what are you doing? You're going straight to ice bath. You're hitting, you're making up for calories you didn't consume or you lost, or what are you doing after the game? Right after the game?
Right after the game, it's got to be right to butt. Has to be. Always go see that guy before after.
There we go. I'm glad you can meet up and get to have those rendezvous. So, well, Mark, we appreciate you joining us, and thanks for an amazing interview. And congratulations on being Player of the Week, and we just wish you all the best with the rest of the season.
It's been a pleasure, man. Appreciate it.
All right, so couple community events we want to talk about, Chet. I know hearing about some of the events that you guys have back in Quebec are phenomenal. I think we've kind of brought some of that to these Alberta rinks here. First is silent auction that the Ice are putting on. It's been going on for almost 3-4 days now. It actually closes on the 31st at their teacher appreciation night. They're going to be closing off that auction. I've seen the prizes. I think there's like a fire pit, a couple other donated items there that, if you want to get something for someone special, you got to go online, go on the Facebook page and start bidding up those prizes. So
yeah, there's when you go to the Cold Lake Ice Facebook page, it's actually created as a separate event. So make sure you go there and click on the event, and then you'll be taken to all the stuff. There's like hockey tickets and all these different prize packages. So some very generous sponsors clearly in the community of Cold Lake and beyond even. So,
even a cornhole game.
Yeah.
So, for our next podcast, I'm sure we'll review kind of the winners and kind of just make sure that you guys are getting your prizes and go from there.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just piggyback on that, talking about online fundraisers. The Wheat Kings are starting an online fundraiser. You cannot ask for a better way to fundraise for somebody like Chet, because being busy in my life and being away out of province and just bathing in all those equalization dollars, I like to spend Alberta's money back in Alberta. And so basically it's so convenient for me. And so I'm looking forward to the Killam auction, because I can bid on things from Chicoutimi.
Yeah.
And I might even have an advantage because I'm up a couple hours earlier.
Exactly.
So make sure you folks head over to Killam's Killam Wheat Kings Facebook page. They have an online auction, starts February 2nd. So that'll be early next week, next Monday, and go support the Wheat Kings.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, there's lots of events happening throughout. Not only those two auctions on Saturday night here at the Cold Lake Energy Center. It couldn't ask to show appreciation to a better group of people that help influence our future leaders, right? So on the game against the Wainwright Bisons on January 31st.
Saturday. If you're listening to this and you're in Cold Lake,
get your butt out there.
Go.
Let's go. Fill the barn. It's Educator Appreciation Night, where I'm assuming educators,
anybody
affiliations with schools,
secretaries, caretakers, anybody that works in a school.
A little half-price entry fee.
Half-price entry. And man, you want to talk about the sponsors? I was working with the media team this week for Cold Lake Ice. We have some incredible sponsors and just an incredible slate of prizes, of door prizes.
The one thing I heard that I'm looking forward to is the trike race. Yeah. I hear we got some rival schools that are going to send out some riders. So normally when we do the trike race, it's one race and you're done.
Yeah.
Now I think we have kind of a playoff tree of schools battling for this number one prize.
I think that's going to be like teachers can't say no to a relay race.
Exactly. They invented the relay races.
So I'm pretty sure they're going to be seeking out some local educators, anybody who works in a school, for a school versus school relay race. They've even got a chuck-a-puck.
Exactly.
So it's a free entry for a chuck-a-puck. So literally, if you have a pulse and you work in a school, you'll get to go. So anyways, show up on the night, get your half price. There's free popcorn from the Game Day Grill. So lots of prizes.
Couldn't ask for a better night out.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be some recognition. Some of the players have been talking about some of the educators that have had a positive influence in life.
I heard some videos might be flying around.
Maybe some videos.
So come out, support the Cold Lake Ice against the Wainwright Bisons. Come support your educators, and let's try to fill that barn.
Awesome. Well, that's it for our community spotlight this week, folks, and we'll move on to the final segment of the podcast.
Everyone's favorite one. All right, Chet, getting down to the grind. We got good slate of games we got to get through. Some will probably just be, quick little overviews because it's not really affecting the way the standings are. But those couple games that we need to talk about that tightened up the back end in the old standings are going to be interesting coming those last one or two games.
Yeah, who are we talking about first, or Dwayne?
Well, we're going to go down to the Million Stadium where the Tigers are hosting the Canadiens. Started out with Ian Cook. That's Ian Cook scoring for the Tigers. Shorthanded goal, actually, with 5 minutes left in the first period, taking that 1-0 lead into the second period where the wheels fell off the bus for St. Paul. We had 5 goals from Vermilion Tigers, making it 6-0 going into the third period, where St. Paul finally broke the goose egg, where Liam Boyko scoring his 4th goal on a power play just at the beginning of the period. And then Trey Callahoo, familiar name from Cold Lake.
Shout out Trey.
Getting his first goal of the year. Good job on you, Trey, making it a 6-2 game. And then Rowan Quest, pocketing his 8th goal. Great job.
3-point night, Rowan. Good job.
Yeah, the Tigers just keep rolling, right? They're going to be a powerhouse through the playoffs and possibly through provincials, but we'll have to see how the playoffs work out. That top 3 seeds could be interesting how it shakes out. So we'll move on to game 2.
All right, another Friday night game, Friday, January 30th, 8 p.m., Killam Memorial. 8-5 for the Wheat Kings. Kudos to Veg for having a phenomenal performance, potting a couple in the first there, and Patoit getting things going with Glazer, and basically a pretty back and forth game until the third, when really the second half of the second there, where Killam just kind of took over. It's like you're I don't know how to describe it. Like you're going to the go-karts and that your friend has the faster one, and then you can keep up, but then all of a sudden, half the lap in, he's blasting past you.
So all of a sudden, he pulls out a mushroom and he's gone.
Yeah, exactly. So just looking down the score line here, just wanted to recognize Dylan Critchin with 4 points, Ethan Allen 3 points. So good job to the Wheat Kings, and also kudos to the Veg Rangers for a good performance.
No, for sure. Now we'll head over back to the Killam Memorial Arena, where the Ice pull into town at 7 o'clock on Saturday. It's kind of been that way for the Ice. Once they get on that bus, they get those bus legs, and it's a little hard getting going. So Killam jumps out to a 1-0 lead in the first period there, with Evan Globy scoring at 11:32, with Killam taking a 1-0 lead into the second period, where they also potted 2 more goals, 1 power play, 1 shorthanded, to make it a 3-0 going into the third period, when Cody Pickowitz finally broke the old goose egg again on a power play goal, assisted by 2 young fellas, Andrew Gresla and Jonah Whaley. So that ended up into a 3-1 win for the Wheat Kings. Looking at the shots on goal, pretty even, 36 and 32 respectively. The one thing I do want to give a shout out to is Wheat Kings are, putting up those 3 stars. So the third star of the evening, Evan Golby from your Killam Wheat Kings. Second star, Ethan Allen from your Wheat Kings. And the first star, Ethan Edwards, again from your Wheat Kings. So congratulations, Wheat Kings, taking 2 important points away from the Cold Lake Ice.
Okay, well, January 24th, 7:30 in Vermilion Stadium. Wow. Bison's come to town and send a message.
Yeah, do something that not many teams have done.
Yeah, so to put up a 6-1 win over the Tigers, the Bisons scored 3 in the first, and just carried on from there. And they held. They grabbed another 3 in the second, and didn't look back. No scoring in the third, but that's okay. I just wanted to this is very, very interesting storylines for what could happen in the future with playoffs, and
Yeah, no, for sure. You're looking at it. The Bisons have 4 games left to play, where the Tigers only have 2, and they're only 3 points behind the Tigers. So those 2 points that they just took off the Tigers are going to be, could be very interesting coming down the line. All right, the game against the St. Paul Canadians roll into the Veg Rangers after a kind of a lopsided loss, a 7-2 loss. St. Paul comes into the Rangers barn and does gain a little bit of momentum coming out of this. They end up beating the Rangers 4-3, which puts them within 1 point of the Cold Lake Ice with a few games left. So really probably very tame game, not many penalties going on. Wanted just to mention that we talked about it through the whole season how the Rangers haven't given up, and you look at the scoring line as the Rangers didn't give up. Like there's about 12 minutes left in the third when they make it a 4-3 game. Still lots of hockey to play, and things can go very differently with a goal from the Rangers. So good on the St. Paul Canadians for closing that gap on the ice, but the Rangers falling short here.
Okay, well, Saturday the 25th, 5 p.m., Synovus Energy Hub, also sponsored by Sunglass Hut. We've got the Tigers that came to visit against the Banditos. So getting things started, this is the back and forth game, a tight game. This is, could be a future, playoff, situation.
Could be the finals of.
Who knows what could happen here between these two teams? So they know that every time they meet, they're going to do the best they can. Bugera gets things rolling. Then back to Cook with the Tigers, and then Plamon in
In the first there.
In the first, thank you. I'm just finding that word. Second, Pavka gets one for the Tigers, and then Martin responds. So we're just back and forth. Davidson in the third for the Tigers, and the Bandits, Cade Dennett gets his 11th. So we're back and forth. That 11:48, that would have been some interesting hockey.
Coming down the stretch there.
Coming down the stretcher. That's a lot of time to defend a lead. Man.
No, for sure. Looking at that, and the Bandits needed to do what we talked about in the game just prior as Canadians is, grabbing those 2 points, getting within 1 point of the Tigers that are sitting in first place right now.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, we got the ice rolling in. I heard you saw some candid pictures of hockey players in a minivan instead of a bus.
Apparently, the ice had to pull an audible, and they needed some help from some parents to get to their next destination this past weekend. So kudos to the parents who helped out to get these guys to the rink.
Yeah, and so that might have been weighing on their minds going into this game where, Riker Singer starts the scoring, 4 minutes into the game, putting his 15th, and then Jackson Schreiner on the power play, even and up for the Cold Lake Ice. And then you kind of just, Wainwright puts it in glide mode, ending up with a 5-1 win, taking 2 points to ice. Wish they had back to get that the gap in the standings out.
Yeah, I know the ice, wanted more of that weekend stretch. So they're but they're battling a couple tough teams this coming weekend. So let's move on to the next game. All right, Rangers and Bisons, Wednesday games. We don't get to see too many Wednesday games up in this neck of the woods.
No, I heard there was something at the Peace Memorial, something like I don't know if it was the dog show or if it was Military Appreciation Night, come skate with the captain or something.
I think it was the AAA, the Alberta Alpaca Association, maybe.
Oh, yes, that's what it was. I think they were shearing alpacas that night.
They had a show there. So they had to go to Hardisty. So I've never been there.
We played a couple of cross games in that old barn. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. You blink and you miss it. So maybe that's what happened when Veg pulled into town. They went by it first for the first or second period before they were able to pot their first goal, right? So unfortunately, the Bisons laid the beats to the Rangers on this one.
Yeah. Padding the stats a bit there, Wainwright.
Yeah, like you look at the goalies. Tough night, not many shots. It seemed like everything you threw at the net kind of went in. You got Warwa, allowing 8 goals on 23 shots. That doesn't do good.
Tough night.
It's been a long time, Chet. I think since I was back in Pee Wee when I saw a save percentage like that.
Yeah.
It's
tough.
It's
a team
in the
effort,
old adult co-ed league that I play down in Tabor. I throw up a couple 652s myself once in a while, but
Is this Hardesty area like where when my kid came down for the summer to play lacrosse? And we've had those sweltering barns in the summer.
It's kind of one of those, yeah.
One of those ones. I'm like,
not much good ventilation in that one.
Yeah, that's not the place where there was like a Schnitzelhaus nearby. No, not that barn.
No, not that one.
That's Sedgwick?
Sedgwick, yes. Another place, if you blink, you miss it.
Okay, fair enough. So Sedgwick. All right, well, that wraps it up for Around the League.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what's happening here to upcoming weekend. Or two.
We got a couple quite important games, not only here at in Cold Lake, but the ones that we're going to be paying attention to is the ice against the Bandits on the Friday night and the ice against the Bisons on Saturday night. Those are two tough teams coming in. Boys are gonna have to battle hard. But one of the games I'm really interested in because it could swing something in our favor or not. You got the Wheat Kings versus Canadians on Saturday night down in St. Paul. With the race as close as it is with those bottom 3 teams, Ice with 27, Canadian with 26, the Wheat Kings with 26. This weekend, you could see a whole new landscape come Monday.
Yeah. I noticed the things that I'm watching. I'm watching what Wainwright's up to because some of those games, they're in third place. They've gone to war with the best of them, and then they've lost some games to some of the teams on the bottom half. And so I'm really interested to see how the team comes together out of this weekend with the travel, and then also they're playing they're playing some of the bottom 3 teams there that are in playoff contention, and so how those play out has a huge impact on who's playing who come playoff time.
Yeah, it's these next 2 weekends. I'm hoping to get out to as many games as we can. Maybe we might hit the road when the Ice go battle the Canadians next weekend.
Yeah, Mrs. Lechetter is away, so you never know.
Then Chet will play.
But you know what? Going to that barn, there's going to be good poutine.
There better be good
French-Canadian community. So.
One thing I'd just like to talk about, Chet, is the game the Cold Lake Ice have on February 7th.
Oh, yes.
They kind of told it sometimes as Pink the Rink, but it's a fundraiser. It's a night to get out and support the local cancer foundations and stuff like that. The Ice have ordered in some special jerseys. They're not raffling them off, but I hear there is a sweet deal that you could pick yours up, and then whatever money you pay for that jersey goes to one of the cancer funds around the Lakeland here. Here there's going to be, some interesting door prizes.
Just a great weekend, a great night all around. One of the bigger nights for the Ice. So in addition to some of the stuff that's coming up this weekend, just keep coming out to the local barns. And that game in Cold Lake is going to be a good one. Yeah,
it's just everything's about to heat up as we get it ready for playoff season. So with that being said, Chet, I think we might have to check the batteries in this recorder.
Yeah, I think we're almost done here. So
I see the battery light flashing.
We're okay so far. Hopefully we redeemed ourselves with our amazing audience. So that wraps up episode 15 of the Breakdown.
Yeah, you betcha. Big thanks to the Player of the Week, Mark Peddle. Talking to that Mr. Peddle, we've had some great interviews. I'm not just saying this because he's a Cold Lake Ice guy, but listen to that interview, listen to the passion in the guy's voice, and it's just an intelligent player. So thanks, Mark, for joining us.
Yeah, thanks to all of our listeners for sticking with us, even though I had some audio issues that were completely my fault. My apologies.
We promise to stay out of the penalty box. I'm not going to say that we're going to, because if we make a trip down south to La Poutine Capitale, it might get a little out of hand.
Correction, the Alberta Poutine capital.
Z.
Yeah. So until next time, folks, keep up the support for your local teams. Get out to those barns and just keep enjoying the game of hockey.
Really, Chet? You're not going to mention anything about any type of food?
Just, you know what, I'm full. I had the game day bacon cheeseburger earlier on.
Again,
so,
Chet.
yeah, sorry. So, yeah, anything else? Let's wrap it up. Where we're at, Dwayne.
Now, I guess you have the breakdown.
The Northeast Junior B Breakdown is brought to you by the Cold Lake Ice, supporting junior hockey and the players, coaches, and fans who make this league so much fun to follow. Chet LeCheddar and Dwayne Lotzheimer are fictional characters created for entertainment purposes only. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or deceased, is purely coincidental.